man?
Tambay, baby. Welcome to a special edition, camera edition, take 2 of Tambay TV. I am Pyle Fajardo. With me on the boards, as you hopefully could be seeing by now, Ali Peak. What's up, brother?
What's up, brother? I'm glad you can make it to this makeshift studio.
Of course. Studio Ali, brother. Studio Ali.
That sounds good to me. Studio Peak.
Studio Peak.
Studio Peak, yeah.
The Peak Factor.
The Peak Factor.
What's up, brother? Here
Not
we
much,
are.
man. Yeah.
You know what we're down here for. If you've seen the title, you clicked on it, you know that we're going to break down Bumblebee. The best off the top, hands down, and I posted it on Facebook. I said, Bumblebee is the best live-action Transformers movie.
There you go. There you go.
You said it first.
I said it first. But here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. I talked to some other people who I'd never met before. I was just introduced. And they said, because I said, oh, actually, they hadn't seen it yet. I said, dude, you got to go see it. The best Transformers. And before I can finish the sentence, they were like, that's what I heard. That's what I heard. So this is circulating.
Yeah, it should, and it should.
It is the best.
It's the best. Just blew my mind.
Okay.
Where to begin with this? Let's begin from the start. Okay, you text me it was a movie usually open on Wednesdays.
I was in the fucking movie theater. That's when I text you, right?
You were,
I was in the movie theater.
You were still. It wasn't done
I wasn't
yet?
supposed to be in the movie theater because I was supposed to be taking care of my son. But Royce and I snuck over there.
Yeah, I was surprised. And it was a Tuesday too.
It was a Tuesday.
It opened on a Tuesday. That's why I was wondering how was he seeing it? Because movies here in the Philippines usually open on Wednesdays.
Right.
And then here we are. You're texting. I was ready to watch it the next day, but when you texted, I got so pumped, but scared because you know how the past Transformers movies have fucked us over.
To be honest, it's horrible. It was horrible.
Yeah,
and I was confused.
The first one was, it was cool.
You're talking about almost 10 years ago, or no more than 10 years ago.
Yeah, no, the Shia LaBeouf one.
Yeah, I enjoyed those. I enjoyed
the first one
but
too.
the latter half, which was without Shia LaBeouf, I was confused. I didn't like it.
Yeah, me too.
Mark Wahlberg, and then you had the surfer who's from Texas, which made no sense whatsoever. And then
he
died.
Which one was that? See, I don't even remember.
The one where I don't know, like Mark Wahlberg, he lives in Texas.
Yes.
How does Mark Wahlberg, who's from Boston, live in Texas? It
And
doesn't.
how is he
can't with a Boston accent?
It
just doesn't
plays
connect.
a fucking scientist.
You know?
Yeah.
But it's Mark Wahlberg. I'm a big fan, so I decided to roll with that. But then his friend, right? His best friend, who's a surfer from Texas. I've never seen any surfers from Texas.
I don't even remember this. Which one played the surfer?
He had the long hair. He's in Silicon Valley, the TV show, the TV series Silicon Valley. He's like one of the main guys. He's a funny guy. He's a good actor. I enjoy watching him. I forgot his name. We'll look it up later on, right?
Yeah.
But he's a surfer, and then he dies. He gets incinerated by one of the Decepticons.
Which I don't even remember. Which one was this? Because
that's how unmemorable.
Exactly. That's
it
my
was,
point.
right?
On the way here, I was thinking of all the other movies. Of course, sans the 1986 one. That's still the best. The cartoon one.
The cartoon
one.
1986.
Yeah. That was still the best.
You got the touch. Yeah.
Oh,
you know,
the way they got that in the movie jumping all over the place.
Yes.
Spoilers, okay?
Yeah,
Everyone,
spoiler alerts.
Spoilers. On the way here, I was thinking, this is what, the 6th? Because you have Transformers, the Bayasants. You have Transformers, you have Revenge of the Fallen, you have Dark Side of the Moon, Age of Extinction, and Last Night.
Yes.
They lost me at Revenge of the Fallen, man. Because Revenge of the Fallen, it just looked kind of crazy. Devastator was fucked. That was the part that they had Devastator on. But anyway, but this movie restores all your faith in to the G1 fans, to the Transformer cartoon. When I say G1, I refer to the cartoons. That's Generation 1.
Yes.
Dude, this movie opens. We go to Bumblebee. It doesn't even carry a Transformers film or a Transformers story.
I'll be honest with you. I was worried.
Like
how I was worried about Aquaman and how I was worried about Wonder Woman. I was worried.
This one I was.
In the beginning of the movie, when they're on Cybertron.
Bang!
Okay, you see the war going on. I'm watching. I'm like, okay, pretty cool.
Damn. I was crying, dude.
Okay. then Soundwave. They got it right. Yes, the same color. Yes, from the 80s, right? I'm like, oh my God, Soundwave. Not that bullshit Soundwave from a couple of films behind. Like you didn't. Yeah. Okay, which I thought that was cool though. But Soundwave. Then did you see Shockwave? Standing right next to him, the gun, right? Yes, purple. Yes. Exact colors. I was like, oh my God.
And
like,
then they cut to the Autobots, fucking RC was there. Did you see RC?
Yes,
RC!
yeah.
They cut RC down. I was like crying. I was like, oh my God. This is a strong start.
Yes, strong start. And I'm like, okay, now I'm engaged. I'm like, oh, and I even turned to Royce. I'm like, hey, those are the real Transformers. And she doesn't know what the fuck I'm talking about, you know. But I mean, well, the way I'm a fanatic about it, right? I mean, I'm big on making sure that they stick to the details.
Yes,
right? You're gonna do something like this, stick to the fucking details.
But since we've had the Bay films, we were ready for them to miss. But then they hit it, and you're like, oh my God!
Yeah.
The first thing, this is the God honest truth. When it opened on Cybertron like that, the first thing that came to my mind was, Ali is right. This is what he means. No wonder he was like, watch it. Even in the morning, you texted me, you better watch it. I'm like, don't worry, I got it down. But when it opened like that, I'm like, oh my God, this is how crazy it's going to be.
I mean,
every inch of it, even Prime's, do you remember the 86 cartoon? When they play the touch and Prime does this jumping gun, one knee forward shot like that. I was like, they did it. He did it real quick. Quick Easter egg. I'm like, oh my God, it's real. It felt real.
They got the details right. And this is the Bumblebee. I don't want to jump too far ahead yet, but this is I love the Bumblebees from the previous films. But this Bumblebee felt like I was back in the 80s watching the Bumblebee that I'm used to watching, the Bumblebee the toy that I had,
and
the Transformer, the mini Autobot that I had, right? Yes.
When he talked, he was side by side with Optimus, and then he talked because in all the Bumblebee movies and in all the Transformer movies, he talks through radio and whatnot. Yeah. And again, I remember what you said. It will make sense. It connects a lot of shit. I saw it coming. I'm like, oh, so he still talks in this one.
Yes. Yeah.
So how is it gonna get damaged? How will it happen? Just the side by side with him. I'm sorry, bro. I'm cutting you off.
No, go ahead. No, Starscream.
No Starscream. That was Blitzwing.
Was that Blitz?
Yeah, I thought it was Starscream.
Oh yeah.
Too. I was corrected too.
Because
it looked like Starscream.
It looked like Starscream. It looked like, but okay, the jet. They all looked. It looked like the ones from. It looked like the ones from.
Starscream.
The toys that I used to collect, or my friends. If I didn't have Starscream, my friend had Starscream. So So that's
good segue to my first question before we let's just let it flow.
I got my
Which Transformers did you have as a kid? Do you remember?
Of course I remember. My very first Transformer was Mirage. Mirage. You know which one that is? The race car. He was blue and white. Blue and white. You had to twist him. He was a car. You had to twist him. Mirage. And then snap something, and he's Mirage. That was the first.
First one.
We can look him up if you want, and then we can show. But
I'll put an image right there.
Oh shit! Hold on a second, man. Low power mode. We're going though. We're still going. We're still going.
Go.
After that, everything just sort of blew up. So it was Mirage. After that, it was Optimus Prime. No. Hold on. Wait. Let's go back before that. Decepticons. Soundwave. I had Soundwave. Because my dad knew how badly I wanted Soundwave. I don't know what it was about Soundwave. Even though he was a bad guy, I wanted him. I also never had a Walkman in the 80s. I didn't. Never had a Walkman. I always borrowed my uncle's or my dad's. So that was my way. That was my way of having a Walkman. And in my eyes, it was a real Walkman as far as I was concerned. But then, so I had Soundwave. My uncle got me the Condor. The cassette. Laserbeak, and then the one that was in the movie Ravage. There you go. Yeah. So I had those. Look, my dad really, I'm not gonna say my dad spoiled me, but my dad really saw what I liked. My stepfather, and he would go all out for me and my sister, and I really admire him for that. So it was Soundwave. Then after Soundwave, back to the good guys. Optimus
so you'd
Prime.
get an Autobot and a Decepticon, Autobot and a Decepticon.
Yeah, but I remember getting good grades. I was going to graduate from 6th grade, and my dad goes, "Which one you been trying to get all this time?" I said, "That one right there." But I was kind of like,
you knew how expensive it was.
Yeah, I was like, man, I really, Dad, that's the one. I know it's expensive. That's the one. He goes, he's looking at it, and he goes, "You were talking about some other transformer, a bigger one. One of your friends has it. What's it called? A sky fire or whatever Skyfire, Jetfire.
Jetfire, yes.
Yeah.
The white one, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And I was like, he goes, "That's it right there, right?" I go,
yeah, but I want, but
yeah. Goes, so I thought he was going to say either that one or the other one. He goes, I go, "Yeah, that's it." He goes, he grabs both boxes.
No way.
And I'm like, whoa. And then my mom's like, "Daniel, no. And my dad's like, hold on. He's graduated from 6th grade. I'm like, yes. I'm just excited, but I'm keeping it straight. And Optimus Prime. Now, I come home. The first thing I do is I call up my boys. I'm like, "Hey man, you never know. You're never gonna believe what happened
today."
So yeah, I had Optimus Prime and Jetfire. I had a lot of other Transformers. I can't remember, but those were the ones that I remember. Later on, I got Megatron.
Dude, you got everyone, dude.
Yeah, but
did you have a Starscream?
I never got any of the jets. Never got any of this. Now, here's something that I'm sure people that are watching right now. Skyfire, Jetfire. He was Skyfire in the cartoon. He was either Jetfire or Skyfire in the cartoon.
Jetfire, I'm sure.
But when you went to go buy the toy, it was either It wasn't the same name as compared to the.
Let's try to remember that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what they were selling in the store wasn't the toy. And these are for collectors. Okay, and I know I'm right about this. Skyfire in the cartoon looks completely different from Skyfire that's being sold in the toy store.
I'm pretty sure he's Jetfire in the cartoons.
Okay, Jetfire. We'll go with Jetfire for now. But the Jetfire that's being sold in the stores, you ever watch Robotech?
Yes, I knew.
That's exactly the way it's designed.
Yep.
They even have, you know how the Veritech fighter in Robotech, that's what they call it. Rick Hunter's ship. Remember Rick Hunter?
I was post Robotech kid.
Okay, I'm a huge fan of. Okay, so I don't want to go. I don't want to get off. I don't want to get off track here, but the Robotech Veritech fighters, and that's for people that are listening who are huge fans of detail like I am. The Robotech fighter in Robotech, the first series with Rick Hunter and Roy Fokker. Okay, Rick Hunter's I think brother. All right, that was the jet that they flew, and they went from jet mode to another mode where they were half jet, half legs, or something like that. I forgot what you call that. And then of course the actual robotic.
The shape.
So that was the type of toy that was being sold on the market. I know that for a fact. Yeah. So it was different from the cartoon, but I didn't give a damn.
Yeah. Did you know that during to those of you who haven't seen this series on Netflix, you should have seen this by now. The Toys That Made Us.
I want to see it. I haven't seen it.
My God.
Is it pretty cool?
Yeah. Yes. It tells the history of the Transformers. I think it's season 2, episode 3 of Toys That Made Us. Right. It shows you how the Transformers, how it happened. What happened was the States were looking for, Hasbro was looking for, whatever toys you got in the market, and Japan had these transforming toys, so they got everything from transforming, and then they wrote the story.
Which makes sense, because if you look at some of the models of
the
Hasbro,
scales is off as shit.
Some of them mimic the Japanese models.
Because those are the Japanese.
Those are the Japanese models, and they just renamed them.
rename them and put put the Autobot sticker on it.
Case in point, the Veritech Fighter, which was from part of the Robotech series, and
later on Macross. Was it Macross first and then Robotech?
It was stateside we knew it as Robotech. I don't know how it was internationally. Now, it's interesting that you said that because I have some friends that call it Miss Macross.
Macross.
And I didn't know what they were talking about at first. All I knew is I know who Miss Macross is, and that's part of Robotech. What are we talking about here? And then we started comparing notes. I'm like, whoa, we're talking about the same cartoon. Yeah. So.
What was the Robotech green? Some of the I'm not.
No. Okay, so what you had was the bad guys. Were the Zentradi, right? You had a faction of good Zentradi's that teamed up with Rick Hunter later on because they wanted peace. And then after that was, let's look it up. You want to look it up? I don't know if we have time to do that, but let's look it up. I mean, well, I don't want to get off track.
Go.
But the second one, I forgot what the second series of bad guys, but the third series of bad guys were the Invid, and I think that's what you're talking about. They look like crab type,
exactly. Damn, I gotta get back into that.
Yeah, but going back to Transformers, those were the type of Transformers I had. I had a lot more. And the other thing I would do too is I would trade.
Bitch.
No, I would trade with my friends. That's what we used to do. We used to trade. And of course, my dad found out. He said, "Don't ever trade anything I buy you." And so I stopped doing that.
Unless you're trading it up for like a more expensive or more.
I was trading up for some really
badass. Because I remember the only ones that I had because we were 3 boys. So.
Which ones did you have?
And Transformers were expensive because these were back in the days when it was die cast. Fucking metal shit. Yeah.
Which was bad for you and shit like that.
Yeah,
it's toxic for little kids, right?
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's divided by 3. So the ones that I got, and I'm pretty sure, and I've played this how many times in my head. I had Sunstreaker, the yellow Lamborghini.
Okay. All right.
He's a clone of.
I
Spin Out. Yeah. Okay. And then I had Power Glide. That's Generation 2 already. The red plane with the arms and his face. He's one of the cone heads.
Okay, yeah, I remember that.
And then Power Glide, and then I had, Wheeljack. I fucking had Wheeljack.
I gotta look this up, man. Hold up. Go ahead. Keep talking. I'll look it up right now.
My friend was like, "Did you get the right Wheeljack?" Because I'm a big Wheeljack fan. If you remember Wheeljack in the cartoons, he's the one who his ears light up when he talks.
Yeah.
His mouth
I mean,
I had that. So I had Wheeljack, Sunstreaker, Power Glide. And I had another one. Wait, I'm blanking. I only had like 4 or 5 Transformers. I had more G.I. Joes than I had Transformers because they were expensive as shit. So
my father really went out. He went all out for me and my sister. Like I said earlier, with Transformers, G.I. Joe, and Star Wars. I mean, it got to the point where I was just like, man, I feel guilty. I kind of feel like I'm a spoiled brat.
So I didn't know you had that many Transformers.
I had a lot of Transformers, man. Like it's all coming back to me now. So I talked about the Constructicons. I didn't have all of them to make Devastator. I had about 4 or 5 of them. Okay, now
there's 7 of them.
Yeah, my friend had the rest. So every time we hung out.
That would be so cool.
We put together Devastator. Okay.
Oh shit.
I had Dinobots. I had Grimlock.
Grimlock,
he was the
T-Rex.
T-Rex, right? I had the what do you call it? The pterodactyl. Swoop. And I had the other one, the vegetarian dinosaur. What is that? The brontosaurus. Stegosaurus. Okay,
That's slag.
I had a lot of them. I had 4 Dinobots.
There were 5. There was a.
Yeah.
There was a brontosaurus, which. Sludge. And then Snarl.
I can't.
Yeah, I'm pretty.
Maybe I was spoiled. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, dude, you're spoiled.
But I
didn't even have a fucking Optimus. That's why, as a grown up, it was my grail. There was a time that every time there's a new Optimus, I would buy it.
You know what? So you had the opportunity to have Optimus Prime.
No, not as a kid.
Not as a kid.
Not as a kid.
Yeah, I was very fortunate. I was rather fortunate.
I remember how expensive it was with the trailer. It was pretty fucking expensive. And then nowadays I see the G one, but then I want you to look it up, the Transformers Masterpiece. The Masterpiece series. Dude,
Really?
it's like you plucked them from the cartoon and made them real.
Wow.
Look it up. Look it up. Anyway, enough about the toys.
Okay, let's get...
I mean, we could go on forever with the toys,
Hey,
but
man,
I
we're
really
just
want to talk
enthusiasts.
about
That's
the
all
movie.
it is, yeah.
The movie, man. Fuck. I mean, we've already
Yeah.
accepted the fact that, I don't know, to those of you who are iffy about seeing it, let me just put it this way. If you guys have seen or played the game War for Cybertron, it's like War. I was texting this to John's, my co-host also on Tambay. It's like the cutscenes of War for Cybertron plus Ferris Bueller's Day Off or Breakfast Club plus the soundtrack of the fucking 80s. Bang!
There you go.
So how do you miss? How do you even
You don't
miss
You don't
with
miss.
something like that? Right? Did it feel, it felt like a little bit of too much fan service, but then who gives a shit? I love hearing the music. I love seeing the fucking looks of the 80s.
This was, yeah, like,
go.
You're wondering what era this is, right? When John Cena's character is introduced.
Yes.
Right?
Because you don't know yet. You
And
don't have
know.
a reference.
Now,
point.
what gave it up was, okay, the fireball hits, you know, it's Bumblebee's little capsule or whatever. He pulls out the big ass walkie-talkie. Usually it's, you know,
like
this
that,
is
or
lapel,
sleeve,
yeah. So I'm like, hold up, what year is this, right?
You didn't know coming in?
I didn't know coming in. I wasn't, you know, I didn't know what was going on.
Uh-huh.
And then you start to get an idea, and then it cuts to the chase. It cuts to Bumblebee shutting down, and then it cuts to the introduction of the girl.
Yeah.
Right, and then you see her room.
What the fuck is her name? What is?
I forgot her name.
It's Haley Steinfeld, but her name in the story
Yeah.
I don't remember. I just remember her as Haley Steinfeld.
We better fucking remember her name.
Yeah, we should remember her name.
I'm looking it up.
Cheating, but yeah.
Fuck it.
Well, anyway, but yeah, we cut to her room.
We cut to her room.
You see the posters.
You see the posters. You see the Walkman. When
The Walkman, yeah.
Okay, later on we see the Pop-Tarts. I was a Pop-Tart kid.
Was that a thing?
Yeah, my thing was I didn't like the Pop-Tarts that she made. I loved the maple frosting Pop-Tart, brown sugar maple. I mean, till this day, I will still buy that shit, warm it up and eat it, right? But yeah, the 80s.
The vibe.
The music. The posters, like you said. And of course, one of the best 80s films ever growing up as a kid, The Breakfast Club.
Exactly.
Awesome, man.
It was in your face. They were putting it in your face. Look, remember it was on VHS, and look at the crappy resolution of the fucking television set.
What I liked also, I mean, it took me back.
Hell yeah.
But it was almost as if it was a subliminal message saying, we're going to honor the fans by taking it back and making sure that the Transformers that you all know and love growing up, we're going to make sure that they look exactly like the ones that you are used to. Not Megatron being a goddamn jet. Okay?
or a tank.
And a fucking tank or whatever the metallic shit. I didn't know what the hell he was, you know. I thought he was a cool character, but we all know what type of Megatron we like.
Speaking of Megatron,
no Megatron, but that's okay.
It's okay.
I mean, we hardly saw Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
Right? But the movie.
But when he was there.
Yeah, it was there. Yeah. What I liked was you had two Decepticons that we don't know anything of, unless you know who they are.
I don't even remember their names.
Subliminal message again. Politically correct, maybe. A woman this time being the bad guy, and she can kick ass.
You know who voiced her?
Who was that?
Angela Bassett.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was surprised too. I only found out after I was listening to some of the shows.
I'm in love with it. I've had the hugest crush on Angela Bassett ever since I was in college.
Since
when she played Tina Turner.
Tina Turner. I was about to say that. That was that was a good movie too.
What's the name of that? Was it What's Love Got to Do with It?
There you go. Anyway, that's her.
Yeah, I didn't know that, and you know. That whole dynamic.
She was bad.
She was badass. Well, now it makes sense. If you're going to make Angela Bassett one of the voices of one of the Transformers, you better make sure she kicks ass. Because Angela Bassett, first of all, she's in incredible shape. Especially when I was growing up. And yeah, she's always kicked ass in all of her
She looks the same. It's like
she's never aged.
Yeah.
But
yeah, but the '80s, right? The way they play, and I loved how they inserted. And they didn't even pick, they played Bon Jovi, but they didn't even pick the, in your face Bon Jovi. They played Runaway.
Yeah.
She's a little runaway. I'm like, oh my God, they're really doing it like this.
Yeah.
It was so insane.
Billy Ocean, a little Billy Ocean as well. You know,
which one was Billy
that
Ocean
was, God, what? It was right here.
Can't remember.
No, wait, the other guy. Never gonna. I forgot.
Rick Astley.
I think, yeah.
That was there too.
Yeah, and they had a little bit of Run DMC in there too. Is it Run DMC?
Maybe.
Yeah. No. LL Cool J. Radio. I think it was Radio. Yeah.
I don't remember.
I can't live without my radio. Yeah.
That
was the 80s. I mean, back then rap wasn't as popular. It was more underground than anything. But I mean,
did they insert that in
They
there?
insert a little bit of it. And then of course at the cliff when
Are we forwarding to the end?
No, the cliff where she was being coaxed into jumping, like they were trying to get her to jump. Her crush. Right?
And then the door.
Yeah.
Bumblebee slams her with it.
Yeah.
And then plays the touch.
Yeah, you got the touch. Yeah.
Like, oh my God. Yeah. What I loved about what I got kind of disappointed when that played in the theater. I was watching it with my friend Martin. Shout out to Martz. We were like, oh my God, the touch. And then we looked around and people weren't getting it. We're like, oh come on, man, you're not really the touch. No.
It was the same thing in the movie theater for me, but right? I mean, I didn't give a shit. You know, because it's like shame on you guys. You have to know your look.
Hell yeah.
I was very surprised, and from that, again, from the beginning till the end, I was happy from point A to point whatever to the end, right? From the first point all the way to the end, and the music is what really
provided the
just
backbone.
the 80s, man. Yeah, I mean, come on. That was a great era. It was a great decade. Right?
Yeah. They played it. Well, I was born in 82. So
I was born in 75. So I was, by the time from 82, I was 7 already. And then Transformers came about in 85, 86, 87. And I just remember its prime. Its peak was 85, 86.
86, yep.
Yeah.
Here, because we got cartoons a year delayed here in the Philippines back then. So it was around 86, 87. But still, I was a 4-year-old boy with barely no brains. Because my brains came when I was like around 6 or 7. But still, I loved it. I just loved every inch of it. Plus the music. What I loved about the movie is that it uses the music as the backbone. And at the same time, it gave us... and Haley Steinfeld, Haley, I'll just call her Haley. Haley was the one who really brought the heart to the
She's a good actress.
She's a good actress.
She did a really good job,
What's that movie that she was in? Something 17.
Was that her?
17, was it?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she was in that.
I was trying to figure out where she was. I was like, man, she looks familiar.
She's also a singer. She has
that's right. I'm looking it up right now.
One of her songs.
I'm looking up the name of this character.
And it's on the premise of it's a different story. Remember that Bernie Mac line from the first Transformer where he says it's a different bond between man and machine when he was talking about having a boy having his new car, and now it's a girl having her first car. But the difference is Sam Witwicky or Shia LaBeouf in the old ones was a bumbling idiot. And he was funny and entertaining. But with Haley's character, fuck, I hate that we can't remember her name right now.
I'm getting there. I'm working on it.
I'll talk while you're getting
there. I can't believe it. Yeah.
What the difference is?
Charlie Watson.
Charlie Watson.
Yeah.
With Charlie's character is, you care. One, she's cute as shit. You know she's cute.
She's cute.
She's into all the boy stuff. All us guys are into cars. Grease monkey with all the grease on her and the music. It's funny though. I'm jumping all over the place. And fuck it, it's gonna be all over the place. That one scene when she was giving sounds to Bumblebee, like the stuff that she likes, and Bumblebee being like a guy, it's like, fuck Rick Astley.
Yeah.
It's like, he wasn't accepting any of the music. I saw like like a parallel to how when you date a girl, she starts to make you get into the music that she's into, but sometimes you pretend, but sometimes you just like, nah, I can't listen to fucking Rick Astley, man.
But he was honest.
He was honest.
Yeah,
like,
brutally
like,
honest.
No,
yeah,
no. That's what I found one of the endearing parts of fucking.
I found it interesting that his memory, he lost sort of his memory. He didn't know exactly who he was, and then you had this scared, shy robot hiding in the corner. You know?
Almost like childish and childlike.
Childlike, yeah.
Because he got reset. You don't know. See, that's my question. Was even his memories? So he had no memories of crime. Was that what was happening there?
Yeah, I guess when he had shut down by the river, right? Is that where it happened?
Wait, can we backtrack?
Yeah, sure.
When he lost his voice, that's the
part
okay.
Where
I was crying.
Like, okay, I'm sitting there, I'm watching, and then first of all, I'm like, is he gonna win this fight?
Yeah, right. It's such an underdog.
Are the humans gonna understand? I mean, what's going on? Like, are they gonna, is he gonna save the humans? What, And then I was like, oh, okay. Because
when he stops to John Cena and he says, I don't want to hurt anyone.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, he's such a gentle creature.
Right? And then John Cena's dumbass can't fucking. He just still wants to kill the fucking thing. Yeah.
And then Blitzwing picks him up.
Yeah. Pulls.
Traitor.
Yeah. He pulls his.
No, I love the line when he's like, I'm never gonna talk.
Yeah.
Let's make it official.
Yeah.
And then he pulls it out of his fucking throat. Oh, so that's what happened. Again, you were ringing in my head. Oh, so that's why it makes sense. It connects to the other films. And I was like, oh my God. And then he was about to kill him. B12, what was his number? B177?
Let's look it up. Let's fucking look it up.
B117, you are a traitor, Cybertron. And I'm like, oh my God, I was crying. Like, he's hurting Bumblebee. I can't imagine I would care so much about Bumblebee. But damn, man, that start was such a strong...
It was a strong start.
Strong start. And I wish it was Starscream, man. But he died, though. That's why I get that he wasn't Starscream. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he Blitzwing. That's why they got somewhat forgettable. Because he was going to die. But he fucking took B's voice, dude. That hurt. That really hurt.
I can't find the damn name.
Go.
What's it called? B what?
B117, 177 or something like that. Forget it. But the point was that, when Optimus covered for him before he landed on Earth, that was another powerful scene when Optimus was like, I'll cover for you, and he jumps. Yeah. I don't know, every part of it, I was
and
like,
then he's being surrounded by all of these Decepticons. Decepticons that you actually recognize.
All of them. Yeah. And then he plays it back, right? Like once the something gets pressed and the hologram comes up, right?
Yeah.
And then we go back to the flashback to what happened in Cybertron. And that's when we see Ravage come out. Because it was two scenes. The Cybertron scenes were the start and somewhere in the middle. Yeah. Right? And then you see Ravage. You're like, oh my God, dude, it's it's so crazy.
I mean, the real Ravage.
The real Ravage.
Yeah.
How did they do it in the others? Do you remember how they did it?
Well, he was a satellite.
And Soundwave was a satellite.
And then
he didn't have tapes.
He didn't have...
Laserbeak was a drone. I remember that much.
Yeah.
They made him into a drone.
Didn't he infiltrate some base? I forgot.
Which
was it him? Was it Ravage that infiltrated one of these military bases on Earth? I want to say the second one, the second film.
I don't remember. Revenge of the Fallen. I remember the titles, but I really don't remember.
Was it Revenge of the Fallen? That was the second one?
The second one.
Okay.
That was the second one.
Yeah. I think it was Revenge of the Fallen.
Was he, though? I don't remember.
I think so. I don't know. But let's go back to Bumblebee.
Let's go back to Bumblebee. What else, bro? What else stands out? What else do you remember?
Well, okay. I'm just...
check.
We talked about the 80s music, right? We talked about... them getting the characters spot on.
Hell yeah.
Let me go. I'm just checking out.
Go.
What? Just going back here. Yeah, I wanted to know how he lost his voice and then how he was able to start to communicate. I thought that was pretty cool too. How he was putting together words through the radio,
the station
right?
she was getting.
And then the fact that this whole thing, and through the course of the movie, I'm like, okay, so what happens to Charlie? Does she die?
I was worried
right?
that was they were going there too.
Because we all know what happened with Bumblebee later on when his character was introduced, and then of course him becoming a Camaro, right? So it's like, okay, all right, now they're connecting, but all of this, of course, is in the '80s and it happened 40 years ago, prior to.
Shit, that was
40 years ago. 40 years ago, right?
Yeah.
I was doing it. I was like, whoa, okay, now, okay.
It was 40 years ago.
So we're going way back, and now what would be awesome is if they come out with another Transformers movie, and they not introduce, but you see a Charlie 40 plus years later. That would be interesting, wouldn't you say?
Yes, of course. Definitely.
Because of so much success with Bumblebee.
I hope. We don't know yet. Do we know that?
Do you see a Bumblebee? No, it is. I'm reading it right now.
Oh, really?
It made over $100 million at the box office in its first week. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Though?
I don't. Well, is it
weekend? Is it the weekend?
Let me see.
The weekend. That's a good weekend. A good weekend. In the States at the box office would be just for reference, something like Force Awakens.
Okay.
That.
All right, it's loading right now.
That makes like 120 million, 150 million,
goddamn Wi-Fi,
something
man.
like that.
I can pay so much money for this shit. Okay, so box office, Bumblebee tops 100 million it's the leggiest Transformers ever. I don't know what that means.
Leggiest? Like legs? What does that mean?
I don't know what the hell it means, but the well-reviewed, well-received 1980s set prequel opened with 21.6 million over its initial Friday-Sunday frame and has used the holiday season to leg out. On one hand, you can argue that the debut was smaller than Hasbro and Friends had hoped. On the other hand, it absolutely legged it out like a well-liked Christmas kid-friendly fantasy movie.
Perfectly.
I still don't know what leggiest movie means.
They say that when a movie is seen multiple times or seen by people, not on opening weekend, but over a span of like weekends, they call it having legs. You know, the movie has legs. It has staying power, so to speak.
Okay, all right. Take a look at this though. This is where they're comparing it to the first Transformers movie that came out. Now, we all know. We all know how critics can be sometimes.
Yeah. Plus, it's coming off a bad run of just. What the fuck were those others?
Yeah, I was like I said earlier, I was a bit concerned. I was a bit hesitant to go see Bumblebee, but then I was thinking, you know what? If I'm going to be doing podcasts with my friend here every so often,
might as well get some content.
We might as well go ahead and get some content and just check it out. You know, and this goes under this for me. It goes under the same category as an Aquaman and Wonder Woman from a standpoint that I didn't expect it to do so well. I was scared that it might not do well, but they were very, very successful, exceeded my expectations. I think Bumblebee exceeded my expectations. It took me back to when I was a kid, and I think that's the most important thing.
Yes.
You know, aside from, like I said earlier, getting the characters right. The fact that the lead role is a girl.
I was hesitant about that.
Yeah,
I thought it was going to be another one of those PC things that they were throwing in our face.
But she kicked ass.
Hell yeah.
She fucking kicked ass. She was tough.
She was tough, but she didn't do the impossible shit like bringing guns or macho shit. Yeah. She just, hidden cover.
She was vulnerable.
Right?
She was vulnerable.
Vulnerable. It was believable.
Believable.
I bought it.
Yeah. And Sector 7. You hear about Sector 7 just a tad bit.
Did you? I don't even remember.
Sector 7 was where they brought those two Transformers to.
And they were like, it's like an interconnecting web.
Yeah, that was Sector 7.
How was that?
And at one point I was thinking, like, are we going to see John Turturro at some point, like a young John Turturro? But
I'm kind of glad that they did it. I like them, but just to close or like to turn your back on the Bay films. Let's not include any of the old.
But Michael Bay was involved in this.
He is. He's a producer.
He's a producer. Yeah. Steven Spielberg.
I was surprised to see.
So it was. I mean, those were the points for me. Overall, I really enjoyed.
How was the humor? How did the humor land?
I thought the humor was great. I mean, it was
great,
it was
right?
Classic, it was classic Bumblebee. Yeah.
And it landed. The humor landed.
The dynamic between the boyfriend and
the
Charlie.
boyfriend.
The boyfriend.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Shit, I don't remember his name. The Throw Kid. Let's just call him.
Let's look it up. Let's look it up. We're fucking here. I got the internet going. Let's fucking look it up.
Yeah. Speaking of Spielberg, you go look it up. Speaking of Spielberg, there was a point in the movie where I felt that it was E.T. also. It was E.T.
You think so?
Yeah, I felt like those parts where E.T. was like, hey, hide, no one can see you. That part of the story and even his eye. And when I saw that Spielberg was involved, that's when I was like, no wonder I felt that fucking vibe that he was.
But
an alien story.
Spielberg wasn't involved in the other movies, was he? He wasn't.
I don't remember, God honest truth. But I was surprised to see his name. Probably not.
I was too. I was like,
or maybe
wow.
Because it's Paramount. Isn't he part of Paramount and DreamWorks is Spielberg. Thing, I think.
Memo. That's the name of.
Fro Kid.
Of the Fro Kid, yeah. Memo. And
I like this character too.
Yeah, I like this character too. It wasn't corny.
It wasn't corny.
Wasn't,
I love this acting when he was like,
yeah.
What do I do? And his face, I was just laughing. How do you even do that in your face? He was acting. He was scared. He wanted to kiss the girl, but at the same time, it was an alien right there. Dude, I love that.
In a weird kind of way. I mean, she's pretty hot. I don't know how old she is, but she was hot. Man.
She's hot, dude. Haley Steinfeld.
How old is she? What, 18, 19 years old? 20?
Yes.
21?
Somewhere. Don't worry, she's legal.
I'm not.
She's got the song capital letters. Look it up. She's cute in that one.
Yeah.
But in that one, she's
talking about a teenager, man. Like teenager.
Come on, bro. You're just admiring. There's nothing wrong with admiring beauty. That's the way I see it. Beauty is beauty.
She's a good-looking woman, but she has a great career ahead of her. I think she's a great actress. Yeah, she was believable. What I liked also is when she saw Bumblebee for the first time, right? And you know that she has obviously had missed her father. But when she was in awe of this, when she realized that Bumblebee meant her no harm. But you see her eyes, and you see like wonder and like just awe, but also happiness. It was her birthday.
Yes.
And her parents were not paying attention to her whatsoever. They meant well, but they just weren't getting it. But Bumblebee, without saying anything, being an alien, just staring at her, in a way, indirect way, he got it, and you see the tears coming from her eyes. Did you notice that?
Yes.
And that touched me also. But at the same time, I'm like, wow, she's a good actress. Again, So, yeah.
Edge of 17, that was her movie.
Edge of 17?
Yeah, I watched it. Well, I think I watched it because I knew she was going to be... I have that stupid... I don't know if I told you about that. Once I know that people are getting cast and stuff, like, for example, this upcoming Captain Marvel movie with... I'm blanking on actresses. We don't have enough...
I'll look her up.
Brie Larson. There you go. Brie Larson.
Yeah, Brie Larson.
Before Captain Marvel comes out, I'll be watching her movies. That's how I have that geek.
Oh, okay, all right.
No, there's
nothing wrong with that. I do that sometimes.
You get what I mean?
That,
when Tom Hardy was cast as Bane, I watched Bronson. I watched all
that mixed martial arts movie. Him fighting
Warrior.
his brother.
Yeah. With
he's a good actor.
He's turning into one note though. He's turning one note. His other
sort of like
now they're tailoring shit around him nowadays.
Like Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
Is it One Note? I mean.
Yeah, One Note.
Basically the same guy.
The same
in every
guy,
movie,
different movie.
I mean, both of them are a lot better than Steven Seagal. Where you,
Seagal. I love Steven Seagal.
I love Steven Seagal too, but it's the same fucking dude. Every dressed in black.
Ponytail.
Beads.
Same
right?
fucking beads. But I like him. I took up Aikido because
going like this, all the time. Everywhere he walks, he's covering that beer belly.
Now he's like a cop or something.
He's still kicking. Yeah, he's still kicking people's ass though. I wouldn't want to fuck with him. That way.
So that's wrapping things up, man.
Yeah.
Rate it 1 to 10.
Honestly, you might think I'm crazy because no one ever gives a 10 out of 10.
Are you about to drop
fucking give it a 10 out of 10. You know why? Because how many movies have we seen? You and I have seen where they just they miss certain details that they shouldn't fucking miss.
Yeah.
Right.
It gnaws at you.
It pisses you off.
Yeah.
You know mine. You know my gripes.
Yes.
Star Wars. Of course, the Transformers movies. The fact that Bumblebee was a Camaro in the first Transformers, it bugged me. I was like, okay, well, I have no fucking choice. I have to accept this. It ended up being pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I know who the real Bumblebee was, and I'm glad that they went back to its roots. I'm glad they went back to the roots of Transformers. I thought I was back in the 80s, like I said before. From start to finish, like I said earlier, I thought that it was well put together. It was well thought out. It looked like they took their time making sure that they had a quality movie. And Bumblebee has always been a lovable character. And I'm just glad that they did it service. I'm glad they did the toys, the cartoons, the stories. I'm glad they did it service. So if there is something that kind of threw me off a little bit is the fact that in the earlier movies, Transformers had been on planet Earth since the ancient civilizations, right? Long before Bumblebee and some of the Decepticons arrived. But who cares? I mean, if I'm gonna be that stingy about it, that tight ass about it, still I give it a 9, 9.5. But either a 9 or 10. I'm sticking to my 9 and 10. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. I'm sure someone's gonna find out something wrong about it, but I thought it was a really good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same here, dude. When I was watching it, I knew that it was ending, or during the credits, I think I was thinking, playing faults in my head.
Yeah.
Which parts did I feel uneasy? I was also giving it in my head 8 because me, I always have an issue of there's a human story inserted in between my Transformers. You get what I mean? But the human story, especially with Charlie Haley as the lead. It grew on me. It was a good. Take out Bumblebee. Take out the special effects. It's a good story. It's a good story. So they hit all cylinders were just firing. It was all perfect. Maybe a little bit of the John Cena was even funny. I mean, he's always been funny.
He's always been funny. Yeah.
So I loved how he played that. And
now I kind of see where you're coming at with E.T.
Right.
Because towards with the climax of the movie, that hilltop, or that the house overlooked a cliff. It was a cul-de-sac, right?
Yep.
That sort of reminded me of when one of my favorite parts ever as a kid growing up in E.T.'s when they were trying to get E.T. back to the spaceship. The kids, and they're on the bikes, and they're going through the construction and doing that. I was trying to, that's what it sort of reminded me. That whole, not the scenes itself, but just the setting,
the vibe,
the vibe. But then again, we're right back into the 80s.
Yep. So me, 9.5. I can't even think of one reason why.
This is the best Transformers movie that has ever been produced and made and has been put on the silver screen. Let's just say that.
Yep.
right?
Well, sans the 86 one. That doesn't really
Well,
count,
okay, yeah.
The live action ones.
Yeah.
Hands down, man. Perfect one. If you guys are hesitating, don't. Just give it a shot.
Yeah.
Come in with an open mind. It's going to be better than fucking Sam Witwicky. Charlie is such... Plus, you know, it's just she's just beautiful. Just looking at her. It's a good movie. Good 80s nostalgia movie. Without the special effects, so, which I was surprised.
Without the fucking cell phones, the technology. I mean,
that's another thing that I thought of when I was watching it.
Yeah.
You could tell better stories without cell phones.
Yeah.
Because let's say Bumblebee is in the city.
There's no social media, so he's out there transforming in the beach.
Right?
Right?
No one fucking knows.
Like yeah.
No one's like
because
exactly. It's a big part of present day. So taking it back then, it strips it down to a better platform to tell a story.
I 100% agree with you.
So watch it, dude. To everyone who hasn't seen it, or I'm probably seeing it again this Sunday with Johns because I would.
You know what? That is a movie that I definitely want to see again. I don't.
Cinema worthy. I think it's.
There's not too many movies that I see again in the movie theater. This one is one of them.
Yeah.
You know.
So a solid 9.5 on me. I can't give it a 10. I don't know why, but I'm hesitating to give
Well, you can't give it a 10 because no one ever gives a 10. Well, most critics I know. It's very rare.
Very rare.
Very rare.
I'll have to see it again to be able to give it a 10, if it does deserve a 10. But right now, I'm leaning more on yes.
Yeah. But 9.5 is still...
Hell yeah, dude.
You know?
It was fun. It was fun. Yeah. Like, I was crying.
You didn't see too much... It wasn't too much metal and shit, you know? Like, the fighting...
It was clear.
It was clear.
You could see.
You didn't know who the hell. Like I like the fight scenes in the other movies, but sometimes you got mixed. You're like, who the fuck? Who just died?
Exactly.
Right. Like, this is set at the. I thought that was an Autobot.
They look the same.
Yeah. Right.
Now it's also because it's blockier. I was looking at the designs. It's blockier. You can see. You can differentiate the forearm from the bicep from the shoulder.
Yeah.
Because the other ones, it's like. Is that an insect? What the fuck?
Yeah.
I can't even tell. Like,
Bumblebee looked like fucking Bumblebee, right? Even when he was a robot, when he was a car, particularly when he was a robot, his face, his body. Everything. Yeah.
Oh, Cliff Jumper! I remember. Remember that the Transformer who was on the moon who was cut in half?
Yeah.
That's Cliff Jumper.
That's Cliff Jumper.
Like, it looked like Cliff Jumper. Like the crown head with the horns and the face. Like, oh man, they got it all right. If you guys are fans of the toys, fans of the cartoons, you will have a blast in this one. Just cap it at that. And we can go. We will go on and on after this broadcast. After this, I'm sure, because fuck, I loved it, man.
It was awesome.
Well, thanks, Ali, bro.
Thank you,
for
man.
texting me that night. Because I had in my head, I was really watching it Wednesday. I'm like, Tuesday? It's open already?
This is the first time in a long time that I've ever texted anybody. I honestly, the last time I did something like this, I don't remember. I would say probably about 10 years ago, maybe longer than that, where I had to text someone at the beginning of the movie, hey, you got to go see this shit.
And I get it. I got it. The moment it started, Cybertron. Okay, and then you're going into the... I'm like, dude, it is Cybertron! It looks like Cybertron! It's like how we do it in the cartoons.
When I saw the bad guys, seeing Optimus Prime and Bumblebee is one thing, because we're so used to seeing them. But when you saw the bad guys, Soundwave, his voice, and Shockwave,
Shockwave, baby. Yeah.
When I saw that, I had an orgasm.
I was crying.
And then... This sounds weird. I thought of you. Post-orgasm. I said, I gotta text him.
Yeah, dude. And thank you for that. I fucking love every inch of it, man. Usually, I didn't even watch last night in the cinemas anymore. Because after the fourth one, after Age of Extinction, I'm like, no more.
It's bullshit.
No more. Fuck Michael
I don't even
Bay.
know who some of these fucking Autobots were.
Me too. I don't even remember their names anymore.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm done with that. But then with this one, return to fucking shape. I wish they could come up with more movies like this for the Transformers. It could be Jazz or Prime, whatever it is, man. Well, anyway, dude, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll be able to pull this off, man. Ali, thanks so much for hosting us,
the makeshift studio here
in Studio Ali, Studio Peak. Tell us about the Peak Factor and where are we at with that, bro?
Well, it's coming along. It's coming along. I still got to put things together. But you'll be one of the first ones to know.
Well, good luck with that, bro.
We'll get that shit together.
Yeah. Well, like the page, Taglish Network on YouTube and on Facebook, man. That's it. Signing off. By El Fajardo, Ali Peak. Adios.
Peace.
Good, bro. Hopefully.